case you are wondering, that's my little tub of old gasoline and carb cleaner. You just throw your parts in there and swish it around and clean your parts off. It's pretty good. Kind of dig it. Little homemade thing I did. All right, hit it with some air. Basically what we're doing here, y'all, is just cleaning the carburetor for, let's see, that Honda push mower right there. It's a twin blade 3-in-1 system. Nice mower. I mean, I'm keeping that thing. I was gonna sell it, but the damn what do you call it? Shit. The self-propel. God damn, I had a brain fart there. It's pretty damn quick. It'll drag you across the freaking yard. Remember earlier, or I don't know if you watched my other videos or not, but those jets I was talking about, that's always your intake jet. And it's going to come out right there. That's where we took off our float and our bowl and everything. So we're going to just blow up in there. Make sure there's good air coming out. Make sure your gasket's good and still in there. We're going to blow back. Just one blast. That's all we need. Then we're going to go through the center. Yeah. And any other little ports that you think would be relevant to hit. Any little holes. Alright. Clean my bowl. Bowl's pretty damn clean. Float looks pretty good. Alright. We are going to put this thing back together and we're going to stick it on the mower and see what she does. Let y'all get a little bit of that moment of truth. Moment of truth. Dun, 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 dun. I need to get some music playing in here. I just don't feel like messing with TV right now. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this is one of those carburetors. God dang. Alright. Well, with one of these carburetors, you kind of have to do everything at once. Quick, fast fucking sequence. Excuse my language. God dang. I hate dealing with these things. I don't hate dealing with carburetors. It's just carburetors like this, where you have to make sure your needle lines up just perfectly. This ain't the little click-it carburetors like the ones I have in my other videos. This is a typical Honda engine. Honda's a little different, but I will say this though, gotta give it to them. They make some good stuff. I do like working on Hondas because Hondas are a challenge. Sometimes they can be tedious, and I like challenges. Perfect, just like that. If you hold it downwards, it kind of keeps that needle leveled down, so you can kind of line it up with the holes, and then you got to stick your pin in for your float. Come on, baby. There you go. Good job, girl. Make sure everything's going good. I'm gonna adjust. I'm gonna just use this. That's a little too big. Got a flat head. I might adjust that needle a little bit and kind of bump it over. Should be looking a little funny. There we go. Oh yeah. We cooking with butter now, y'all. Hit it with a little air, make sure my float's be working. We're gonna go through the intake, like I said. That's what y'all want, see? Hi, welcome to Pandora Lawn Care. Giggity. Alright. Enough fun. Let's put this thing back together. Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I do like to spray a little bit of carb cleaner in there because it helps it on the initial startup. Ooh, I almost forgot. Don't forget to put this ring back on these carburetors, because if you do, or if you do forget, You're gonna be leaking some fuel, cuz. Ask me how I know. Done it one too many times. You wanna make sure that thing lined up perfect. Drop that thing right on back on there. I like to do them hand snug. I don't ball them down with no ratchet or anything like that. Alright. Let me get her on over here. Try to bring y'all over here so take a look at what I'm doing. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, I don't know if it's a manufacturing defect, I've never really seen one this big. But this was the paper gasket that came off. Literally, all they needed was that part. They left the whole damn sheet on there. So what I'm gonna do, so I don't catch a fire or anything, I'm gonna cut some of this gasket out around it. I mean, I guess it does kind of work like a dust shield or dust cover, but I mean, let's be real. I don't need that much goddamn gasket hanging out. I ain't gonna cut it around perfect, but I am gonna make it look nice and neat. I'm gonna be left with that. Still a good gasket, ain't got no tears in it. It's not paper thin, so we're gonna reuse it. Alright. First off, oh yeah, these dang little wire clamps, whatever you want to call them, that Honda puts on their fuel hoses, these things, take them off. Take them off. That's the first thing that rusts and breaks in half on these Hondas. God dang, where I got my neck? Yeah, take them off because they rust in half, they break, and you don't want to be spewing fuel everywhere and then accidentally spark off a rock with your blade and catch your stuff on fire, if not a customer's or your potential property. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So we're going to replace it with a normal clamp. Be right back. I ordered a box of these on Amazon. I think it was like 200 of them, different sizes, just like this. If it's too big, we'll drop down a size. Fairly cheap. I think it was like 10 bucks. They work pretty good. Harbor Freight's got them too. Yeah, that worked just fine. Just dandy. So we're going to slide that on up. Alright, we're going to install our baby spring first. And then our big spring goes next. It's going to go just like that. We're going to put our fuel line back on. We'll run that fuel clamp on down. We're going to slap everything back. Almost forgot my gasket. We're going to try to slap everything back together. Grab my hardware. This, and this. Oh, you know what? This is the other gasket that was on there. It mounts up to the air intake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it up too. I don't like to, especially with my customer stuff. I mean, this is my one of my personal mowers. I don't really use it much. I had somebody donate it, to the Pandora cause. And not going to lie, they were crazy because these are very, very, very good mowers, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. I still service their property, so I guess that's why they gave it to me. My lawn care business services their property, and they no longer need their equipment. So I told them not to. They did it anyway. They trust me. They love me a long time. So it is what it is. All right. First off, we're going to put our bolts in. Well, I'll say that. We'll stick that there, this there, and we're going to grab this. We're going to slap our bolts in here first. We're going to back them up with old trusty gasket. Now look, with this gasket, you notice there's a hole there. There's a channel, and that's an air channel. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. That little channel right there, you want to line that hole up with that channel. I I'm not exactly 110% sure what that's for, but actually let's flip it over. I'm not exactly sure what that's for exactly. I think it's for like an air vacuum, small vacuum for like your fuel or something, but I don't know. I just work here. So we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna slap our carb in. Make sure everything lines up. Then we're gonna slap our gasket back in. You wanna make sure you line the holes up just like you did the last one. Then you're gonna put her right on in there. And grab your tools. Make sure you don't cross thread anything because you are screwing directly into the block and you do not want to cross thread nothing. So if you can't get it in by hand, something's not lined up right. Another thing, this is one of those things that I always kind of torque down, you know, by hand. I don't put no impact or nothing crazy on it. Sometimes I'll use my drill, but I'll use it at like the lowest setting. You know, if I ain't got no more gaskets and the gaskets I am using are paper thin, I'll do that, but these are good gaskets, so hand torque it in. Now we're gonna hook up our vacuum line. Vacuum line goes directly on the back of the intake housing. Just like that. It just slides on. No need for no clamps or anything like that. It's vacuum. It's just basic vacuum. It's not going to run stupid rough or anything like that. Filter. Filter still looks pretty good. We're going to hit with some air, clean it out a little bit. Just like that. And another thing I like to do, you haters out there, y'all probably gonna disown me for this, but carbon choke cleaner, or actually not carbon choke cleaner, Sure Start. What I do is I take my filter, take my Sure Start. That's it. Makes that first initial crank a little bit better. Ain't been fuel ran through this thing in a while, so that'll kind of give it a little jump start. You know what I mean? Probably should leave it off, but I'm pretty confident that this thing's gonna bust right off. Pretty confident in my work. If for some reason this thing don't bust off, then that's because I jinxed myself. We're gonna open the fuel lines back up because it does have a fuel cut off, fuel shut off, and I'm gonna get this table out of the way, put it down, get y'all out in front of it, and I'm gonna crank it up and see what it does. Stay tuned. All right, y'all, we're back. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that has got to be one of the heaviest residential mowers I have ever picked up. I don't know what it is about it. Oh boy, we're gonna have to fix that. That's the thing. Lower this down. All right. Let's try her out. Just like that. Another simple carb cleaning. I think I'm gonna test it out tomorrow on the yard. And I got a bunch of winter rye growing out my front yard. And let me tell you something, this stuff thick. It's like a chia pet. If this thing can take it down, keep it. Remember, y'all, if it's growing, we're mowing. And when they're falling, we're hauling. During the winter months, I'm sitting in here working on stuff. Peace.